Good morning, everyone. It's Rose Coleman coming to you live from my craft room here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. How are you today? It is Tuesday, January 14th. I mean, how can we be halfway through January already? I mean, this is crazy, right? Oh my goodness. Have you had a chance to see the adorable, awesomely Otters, or Otterly Amazing, I should say, Otterly Amazing bundle? The suite is out of this world. It's so amazing. I've been playing with it and prepping for you guys to share these cards with you, and I'm so excited to share today's card with you. I'm inspired by one of the cards I saw on the Stampin' Up website, but I also changed it up a little bit. Good morning, Maggie. Hello, hello. We have a bright sunny day here. Blue sky. It's always good to see the blue sky, especially in January, you know. Hi, Joy. Good morning. Hello, Leanne from Red Deer. Thank you for being here. Today I'm going to pull in another item as well that you can choose for free, right? In Canada. Hi, Marie. Good morning. In Canada, when you spend a minimum $75 before shipping and tax, you get to choose something from the Celebration offering completely for free. So I'm going to pull in a stamp set, and we're going to use that stamp set, excuse me, we're going to use that stamp set with the Otterly Amazing bundle, because, you know, I really think this is going to be a great combo to go together. And this stamp set I'm going to share with you from Celebration, you can use it with all of the other things you have in your collection. So you can use it. Hi, Kathy Clark. Hi, Marge. Hi, Barbara. You can use it with your designer series paper. You're going to be able to use it with your punches, your dies, and who doesn't love a great stamp set, right? So we're going to pull that in. And yeah, I got lots of stuff on my desk to share with you. Alrighty. Hello, Anne Louise. Hi, Jenny from Wisconsin. How are you guys? It's a great day over here. It is Tuesday. Tuesday's a busy day in my world. I have my training with the amazing Rhonda Wade today. That's always a Zoom call at 11. I look forward to that every single week. She is the shot in my arm for my business. She has been my mentor, the person that has trained me how to do things in my business, and I'm so grateful for her. And this coming weekend, we actually have an online creative convention in which she'll be sharing, and all of her partners that are on the team, they're going to be sharing all of these amazing ideas. And I'm hoping to participate live, but I don't know if you can't participate live. It's all recorded. All the PDFs are there. You can print it off. You can go at your own pace. But it's so fun to do the convention live with everyone, because we have a private Facebook group and people are posting and commenting, and there's door prizes. Like Rhonda, I mean, she gives from the heart. She truly does, right? And she gives away bundles, and it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So you should register. I hope to see you in the group. And we're going to get the focus of the online creative convention is the new mini catalog and Celebration. So we're going to get lots of ideas, tips and tricks. And if you're a demonstrator and you want motivation, inspiration, Rhonda and her Creating Success group, I cannot say enough about it. It's been a game changer for me. Okay, I just wanted to shout out to Rhonda because I appreciate everything she's done to inspire me. Hi, Karen. Hello, Lois. Hello, Janet. Hello, everybody. Hi, Ellie. Hello, Randy. Alrighty, let's flip the camera and put my coffee down, most importantly, so we don't have an accident. We don't need an accident. Okay, here we go. We're going to flip the camera and get started on this fun card. We still got snow on the ground, but we've got mild temperatures here in Calgary, but we still got some snow. Alrighty, let's take a look. We have a new host code this week. So if you're shopping with me in Canada, only Canadians can buy from me, but anybody can. It is free to come and watch me here and join the video and, you know, and be inspired. I hope I inspire you. That is in my heart, to inspire you and to share my love of stamping and creating with paper crafting products, right? Stampin' Up products, to be exact. Okay, So let's see, what are we doing this week? We are playing with the Otterly Amazing bundle today. But of course, if you're going to want to grab the entire suite, because the suite, there's a lot of reasons. You're going to get everything. You're going to get the paper, the soft cording, the gems. You're going to get the stamps and dies, and you're going to want all of it. And the price point here in Canada is $103.25, $103.25. That's going to qualify you for a free celebration item. And the celebration item I'm going to play with today is this stamp set right here. It's called Day to Celebrate. This is a fantastic little stamp set that you're going to be able to use in lots and lots of ways, both in your card making and in your scrapbooking. Even if you make treat containers, this is a great one to add a little tag, add a little small greeting to a treat container. Oh my gosh, it is a great little stamp set. We're going to pull that in and use it with the Otterly Amazing, and we're going to make a card. All right, so what are we going to do? We are going to have a card base. Hello, Roxanne. Thank you for being here. Our card base today is going to be Old Olive. Now, I haven't played with Old Olive as a card base for a while now. Well, I guess maybe at Christmas time I did. But anyway, we're pulling this in. We're going to use this with the Otters today. So I'm going to I have it cut in half, but I just want to use my trimmer to pop that back in and score it at the 4 1/4 inch mark. Okay, so there's my card base. And I might as well grab my bone folder, and then I can put that away. I won't need it anymore. So we're just going to go ahead and burnish that score line. Make sure it's nice and crisp. Okay, so there's my card base. Then we're going to pull in some designer series paper, and we're going to play today with this pattern here. This is the balmy blue pattern with the waves. Now the flip side has the fun otters. Now this side also has otters that match with the dies. So if you missed yesterday's video, I did show you all of the parts of this suite, and I showed you which dies fit and stuff like that. So go back and check out that video from yesterday if you missed it. But we're going to take this paper, and I'm going to show you, we have a 12 by 12 piece. So when you cut your paper at 3 inches, you're going to get 8 times 2, you're going to get 16 of these. So we're going to cut this at 3 inches, right? And we're going to turn it. We're going to cut it the other way at 5 1/4. And we're going to pop that down again, and you might as well get another panel so you can make another card. And then we've got a little piece left over. I hold on to all my pieces. So you see what I mean? So I've got 2 here, right? And then if I was to continue on, I would get another 3 inch, another 3 inch. So I'm going to get 4 across the top, 4 across the bottom. So I'm going to get 8. Did I say 16? I meant 8. Well, in a package, you're going to get 16, but I'm going to have 8 of these panels. When I'm designing for my card classes and my scrapbook club, oh my goodness, it is a math. It's definitely, Christine Bertram and I collaborate on a lot of classes, and at least 2 classes a month anyway, and her and I talk a lot about math. She shares her tips and tricks with me on how to maximize the paper and the cardstock to get the most number of cards out of it, right? So I'm going to share this one with you today. So cut your paper at 3 inches. Then we're going to bring in this pattern here. I love this pattern with the greenery and the water in the background and those little tiny fish. And and there's the flip side, which is also adorable. But we're going to use a small piece of this, so just a 1/2 inch. So a 1/2 inch strip. I mean, you can tell we're going to get a lot of mileage out of this paper when we're only using 1/2 inch, right? So oh, you know what I did? Okay, I did something wrong here. Okay, that's okay. We're going to continue on with this piece. We're going to cut this. I'll share with you in a second. Maybe I can pivot and fix this. So I started out designing this card with this 3 inch piece, right? Because I wanted to have maximum use of the card. However, I did realize that what I want to do for cutting, maybe we can still make it work. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to bring in a die. I'm going to make this work because I've already told you that you can get 8. So I want to hold myself to my own words. Okay, so we've got our 2 side pieces. They're going to go onto the card front. But I want to do some cutting on this water sheet. Okay, so let's bring in the dies and I'll show you which one I want to use. So I was intrigued by these dies, and especially this one. I'm like, what is this die? What can we do with this? So what we're going to do is we're going to take this die and we're going to cut. We're going to put it on the machine, and we're going to cut one this way. And then I'm going to do it again. I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to cut one coming down like this. And I want to show you this die. I want to show you the features. There's no cut ends on the end. There's no cutting blade on the end. It only cuts the top and bottom. So it's going to make these little tracks, right? Like waves in your paper. But because I have a small piece of paper, essentially what it's going to do now is it's going to cut it right off, right? But no big deal. We can put the pieces back together. We are crafters. That's not a hard fix, right? Okay, so we're going to take this one, we're going to do it this way. So I'm going to put it onto my machine like this. And then, you know what I'm going to do while I'm here? I'm just going to put my glue on these strips and have them, as Christine always says, marinate. They're going to marinate. They're just going to sit here and wait for me to come back from my machine, and they'll be ready to go, and they won't be as messy, but still be just as sticky. So let's just put those off to the side. I'm just putting them onto my silicone mat. And we're just going to do a couple of cuts on here. And while I'm getting the platform ready, I'm also going to do some die cutting to do some other things. We're going to use this die cut here, and this one, and the baby one. These are all otter shapes, okay? So I'm going to run those through my machine, and we're going to get the outlines. And I'm also bringing in this big banner from the Stitched, what is it called? Stylish Shapes. I was going to say Stitched. I knew that wasn't right. Stylish Shapes. We're going to use this banner. So we'll see if we can get all of this. We may not be able to get it on the first run, but I'm going to be doing 2 runs. So I'm just organizing my supplies. This is what I do in real life here in my craft room, so that I'm not running my arm all the way through the machine all the time, right? The other thing that we're going to do is we're going to need, one second here, from the dies, we're also going to cut 2 of these long greenery. And this one is a double greenery. There's 2 pieces. So we're going to do that as well. So we got all of this that you see on the screen. We're going to be doing that cutting now. Okay, so let's pull in my machine and we'll get moving on this one. Okay, so we're going to do this piece first, because I want to get that anchored down onto my machine. We're going to do that one, and maybe we can do the greenery. So we're going to do like so. This one is going to be angled this way. Okay, so here's what I'm doing. I'm going to put the die on lit this way, and then I'm going to turn it and do it this way. So there we go. And I know I'm not going to freak out, because I know it's going to cut my paper in half. But if I had went with a 4" by 5 1/4 piece, it wouldn't cut. It would just do the slits. Okay. But to save the paper, I cut it down to 3 inches so that my paper could go further. So I just want to share why I did that. So I'm putting the old olive cardstock on top of those dies. And I'm grabbing another piece of Mossy Meadow, and I'm going to cut out these smaller dies. Okay, so we're going to go through with this one. Let me grab my machine and my other cutting plate. All right, so here we go. Now, watch what I'm doing. I'm just putting my dies off to the side over here so that I don't lose them, because we don't need that today. All right, so we've got this package here. Got my plate on top. Here we go. We're bringing the machine in, and we're going to run it all through. Hi, Dorothy. Running it all through, and all the cracking sounds are normal. And here, let's take a look. And as I expected, this would... Hi, Rebecca. Thanks for joining. No worries about being late. It's all good. You're here now. Okay, so let's take a look. We got our greenery. And we're just going to give that a little drop on the glass mat. There we go. That's what I wanted. Drop it. There we go. And we might as well put everything back where it belongs. Look, I'm being so good. Okay, so this one here, same thing. There we go. Got 2 greenery. So we have old olive, we have mossy meadow greenery. And here's our platform with that wavy paper. All right, so here I'm putting it back together. I didn't quite cut through on this side, so that's good. Just going to leave it like that. Then I'm going to take this piece and put it back on. It's going to go like this. And this will all come together in a second. I just want to show you what I'm doing here. All right, so let's just do that. We'll just run that through, and then we'll do all of this over to the left here. It's going to be cut with white, so we'll do all that at the same time. Okay, so we've got the die, just move down a little notch, and we're going to run it through. Okay. And remember, you can, the platform is 6 inches wide, so you could actually cut these wavy slits into your designer series paper if you cut it at 6 inches, but I'm trying to conserve, so that's why my paper is cutting apart here. Okay, so don't worry, we can put it all back together. Check it out. See that? We're putting it all back together. All right, so I'm just going to lay that off to the side, put my wave back. Oh, there's a piece of DSP in there. That's got to go on the puzzle pieces, I guess you could say I'm making. Okay, so put the wave back. Now we're going to grab these dies, put them on my platform, and I'm going to grab some white cardstock and put on top. Alrighty, let's see. Do we have some white? Do I have a piece of white cardstock? I thought I had one right here, but that's okay. You know what? I'm not going to cut a full piece. I'm getting out my scrap bin. Yes. I got lots of scraps. Okay, so let's put a scrap on top of the banner. We'll squish these little otters together like a little family, cuddle them up, and then we will put our piece on top. There we go. See, I didn't need to cut a new piece. I have lots of scraps in my little bin here. Do you guys have a scrap bin that you put your pieces in? Let me know in the comments, what do you like to do? Some people keep them in file folders. I do that with my colored cardstock, but my white, I love it to keep it in a little bin really close to my desk so I can just reach for it whenever I need a piece. It makes it really handy. All right, so let's take a look. All right. All the cracking. Okay, so there's my dies. I'm going to put those back over on my magnetic sheet so I don't lose anything. And let's see what we've got here. Ooh, this one, that was close, Rose. You were off the edge there, close to the edge, but look at it worked. It worked out. Sometimes things just work out, ladies. It's not all bad, right? Okay, so we've got outline dies. I wanted to do this specifically on purpose. I mean, you could stamp. Where's my other green? I know there's another mossy meadow one. It's here. We saw it. Let's see. Where did that go? I bet it's under my glass mat. Things tend to migrate. Let me lift this up. No, it's not. Okay. It'll turn up. Because there was 2. I bounced them off, right? You guys saw me do that. Okay. No, the gremlins are not going to be laughing. We'll just deal with that. So, greenery. Oh, here it is. See? Good things happen when you don't freak out. I did have one cut from earlier this morning, but anyway, we're just going to leave those like that, and we're going to bring in the card base. Let's get this, the wavy pattern put back together here. All right, so now let's get the glue out, and we're going to flip this over. I know these 2 pieces go together because they're still stuck together. We're going to put glue. Ooh, actually, no. I just want to put glue on the ends. And actually, when you flip it over, this is probably a good idea because the pattern of those otters is there. Yes, look at that. We can like piece it back together by the otter shape. Look at that. Yes. Okay, so there's my piece with the patterns. Okay, so I'm only putting glue on the end pieces. The sides and the bottom, like this. All right, can you see what I'm doing? I'm just putting glue on the edges, like that. So when you get your kits from me, you will get a piece that measures 3 by 5 1/4. And then you can follow this video tutorial and you can do your cutting with your wave die the same way I did. I got a little bit of glue on my glass mat, so let's get that off. Okay, so let's bring in the card base and we're gonna piece all this together now. So this is the top. So I'm gonna put this at the top here, like that, and I'm pushing it back together. And we're just gonna put it in the center, and then we'll grab the next piece, put it back together, like that. And remember, if you are doing this at home with your own DSP, you can cut your DSP to be 4 by 5 1/4, like a complete card front, and you won't have the pieces because it won't cut through all the way through. All right, so here's our last one. And remember, I only put glue on the edges, and there's a reason for that I'll share with you in just a second. Okay, so we've got that. Let's bring back the 2 little pieces of DSP that I had marinating, and they're gonna sit on the side like this. So we've got water, and then we've got some greenery with little fish, little minnows or fish floating around. And then we'll put this one on this side. So we're making up that 4-inch piece, right? So now it is, with those 2 1/2-inch pieces, we're making a 4-inch piece. All right, so now the reason I only put glue on the edges is because I'm going to actually tuck these otters into the waves, okay? Okay, so what we're gonna do now is bring in my silicone mat and we're gonna do some stamping. So our greeting and our otters. Let's do the otters first and then we'll get to the greetings. So the otters are from the Otterly Amazing stamp set. So we're using this little guy that's laying down, this little guy that's sitting up, and then this little one that's swimming. We're gonna stamp those. And we're gonna use Memento ink. So we'll bring that in and we'll do one at a time here. Tap, tap, tap on my ink pad. And then I'm using the silicone mat in the background. I'm going to move my ink pad out of the way because I am wearing a light gray top. I don't plan my outfits very well for stamping, do I? Oh, well, you just got to be careful. Okay, so I'm hovering over my die cut, using my silicone mat as a background so that I can see that die cut. And then press down, straight down, like that. There we go. Now the other little guy that's laying down, same thing, tap, tap, tap over here off to the left. And then we're coming in and we're just gonna hover over the die cut and then stamp straight down. Straight down. Oh, I moved them. I shimmied. Okay, can't flip it over because it's not the same, but that's okay because I already have one done. So I could afford to botch one up and I sure did. Okay, so that's how you do stamping on the die cut. Let's move that one out of the way too because I got another one of them done. Let's do a good job on the little guy. Let's try the little guy. See if I can do a better job. It's you know, it's a thing when people are watching you and you're stamping, it's a different thing. But let me just see if I can do this with the little guy. Hover over top and then press down. Okay, there's the little guy. All right, so let me give you some tips on how I colored these. So I really liked using pecan pie for these. So I'm going to use, you can use pecan pie, you could use crumb cake, you could use copper clay. Any of these colors would work well for these animals. They're so cute. So I'm just going to line the edges here of my baby otter with dark pecan pie blend. And then I've got my light pecan pie. I'm going to come in and use the big end, and we're going to the thick end, and we're going to just blend all that color out. I like doing the dark on the edges and then blending it out because it allows me to leave spaces of light areas in the middle. Okay, so I did get a couple of those colored earlier. So I have this guy right here. And where's my little guy that's laying down? Here he is. Okay. So we have this guy that's laying down. So I use the same colors for all of them. They're like a family. It's like the mama, the dad, and the baby otter. Okay, so stamping on the banner. Let's bring in the Celebration stamp set. This one's called, oh my gosh, Day to Celebrate. I love this stamp set. It's going to be fantastic for card making. It's also going to be great for scrapbooking. There's another one in the Celebration brochure that I really, really can't wait to use in my scrapbooks. Let me pull that. I'm not using it today, but I'll pull it in and show you. And it is a big one. Look at this. What a wonderful documenting the, oh, what a day. And you've got the big word day, right? All of these words can be used together. We've got sunshine, we've got hearts, and this is going to make wonderful, wonderful titles for your scrapbook pages. It's also small enough that you can actually use it on the front of a card, right? So it would take up quite a big portion of your card, but that's okay, right? If you want to say what a wonderful day for your child's graduation or a wedding or whatever, right? One fine day, oh, what a day. And then on the inside, say happy birthday or something, right? That you could totally use this. Documenting the day does not have to be just for scrapbooking. It can be used for cards. And then these can go together so nicely because the greetings, you know, they're just amazing. But for today, I thought, because I'm stamping on this banner, I wanted to use a smaller greeting. So we're going to stamp all day your way on this banner. So I've got that on my block here, and I'm going to use Early Espresso. Okay, let's bring that in, and we're going to ink that up. You could use Old Olive if you wanted to, like any of the coordinating colors would work just fine on this banner, but we're going to use Early Espresso, one of my favorite colors for stamping greetings. All day your way. And you know, I think this totally fits with the Otters because they're just exactly that. They're doing their day their way, right? All day your way. Okay, so then let's move that. I'm just going to wipe up my stamp here so I don't get that on my arm. And we're going to put some dimensionals on the back of that one. I'm going to use 3 dimensionals on here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so now we're ready to put this together and make it look really cool. Let's see how this goes. I have my, I'm using my Glass Mat Studio as the background here. When you buy the Glass Mat Studio, if you're not familiar with Stampin' Up! Products, this is a wonderful stamping surface. And when you purchase that, you get this glass mat. You also get, I always call this my charcuterie board, this silicone mat that has the compartments. So if you want to die cut ahead of time, you can have your things compartmentalized like a little bento box. Maybe it's a bento, more of a bento box for stamping, right? So you have everything ready and then you can just reach for it. I like to be prepared when I'm doing things. So there's my little bento box. I've never used that term before, but today's the first. Okay. Oh shoot. I smudged it. Okay. That's okay. Cause I have another one. Boy, see that really served me well to be prepared there. That's going down the bottom of my card here. But before I put that down, we're going to play around with our otters. Okay. So this otter right here, that's kind of floating. He's doing a back float. We're going to slip him into this spot right here. Look at that. Because when you float, part of your body's under the water, right? So we're going to pop him in here. So stinking cute. Like that. I haven't put any glue on it yet. I just want to place everything. Then we're going to take this little guy and we're going to do the same thing. Now, if you have trouble getting those little waves open, you can take your pick tool and help yourself to get them opened. And we'll take this guy, and if that's the mama one, we're going to have her, she's going to be floating on her bum like that. And then the little baby is going to be here right between the mom and dad, and we'll slip the baby down into this little wave like this. And so, and he's jumping. He's like, I'm coming up. I'm going to come and frolic with you. Isn't that just the cutest? I mean, I just love it. And then all day your way down here. We got another little wave here if you wanted to do something. And you can see on my little bento box, I've got some fish here that I've cut out. So there's so many dies in this set. There's a fish there's a die that cuts out 2 fish, the bigger ones. There's this one right here that cuts out a whole school of fish. So that's all I did is I ran these both through together with Calypso Coral. And I got all of these little fish here for my project. Okay, so we're going to put all this together. And I also brought in from the stamp set, we've got some stamps you can do the little bit of background. We've got some bubbles. I thought they would be fun to stamp with Balmy Blue. So we're going to grab the Balmy Blue ink pad and we're just going to add some bubbles. Let's add some bubbles. So let's put some right here. We'll put some there. I mean, you can put them wherever you want, right? I'm just going to kind of scatter these little bubbles around and put another one right there. There we go. And then we can add our little fish. And I saw on the Stampin' Up! Website, they actually put a fish in the mama's hands, right? Which is so fitting because, you know, us mama bears, we have to feed our babies, right? So there's going to be a little fish right there. She's going to be holding a fish. She's got a big one there. We're going to put that in her hand. And then we can put the other fish all around. So we can scatter them about. We'll put one there, one there, one there. They'll be like our embellishments, right? And maybe another one over here. And we can even put one on the greeting. I've got a lot of fish there to work with, right? So let's go ahead and pick those up with my Take Your Pick tool. And we'll put that fish right there. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun, you guys. Let's pick up these little fishies. Put one there. There's some really teeny tiny ones too. And let's grab one of those little itty bitty ones. This Take Your Pick tool is the bomb for picking up things. And this one is let's see if I got enough. Yeah, that's my old one. Let's see if I got my other one here. Yeah, I do. I have 2 Take Your Pick tools, and this one is the one with the putty. So when you want to extend the putty out the end here, you turn this, and then this thing is loaded with putty, and it'll come out the top, and then you can use that to pick up your little pieces. So we're going to grab a little teeny tiny fish right here. Oh, so cute. And I think one more down here on the greeting. We'll put one like that. There we go. All right, so last but not least, now we still don't have our otters stuck down. I think I lost a fish. I think one of them jumped off my card. Let's put that back. Okay, so there we go. We got fish jumping everywhere. They're so happy, frolicking in the waves, eating their fish, catching their fish, floating on their backs. Now I know where I'm putting them, so now I can just gently lift them up. And we can tuck them back into place. Now, if you need to use your Take Your Pick tool to help you lift those waves, you can do that. I'm just doing this. See that? Just going to lift it with my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm just going to lay that down. So he's doing his little back float. This little guy is jumping out of the waves to get his fish. Same thing. We'll go ahead and tuck him down like that. I mean, this is like so much fun. So much fun playing with these little otters. All right, so this one is going to go, this is the mama one. I called it the mama one. That's just me. But you don't have to call it the mama. This could be the dad, and the mom could be laying down, right? Okay, so there's the mama one. And then our greeting, we're going to pop it up on dimensionals, but I also want to make sure that I put this greenery in the background here just to add a little bit more depth. So let's do that first. Let's get the glue on the greenery. Let's move this ink pad out of the way. So I'm going to flip these pieces over here on my silicone mat like this. Might as well use everything, right? Get it all in there, all the layers, all the fun. Okay, so to do these greenery, I'm just going to do some little taps, little dabs of glue. You don't need a ton of glue, just enough. I mean, this liquid glue, you guys know, it holds, right? So there we go. We're just going to tap around, get some dabs of glue, and then we can pick them up. And if it's wet and you don't want to touch it with your fingers, don't worry. You can use take your pick tool to help you pick it up and put that into place. So we'll put one right there. We're going to make this symmetrical. We're going to put 2 long ones on the outside, like that. We'll let that little fish stay put there. I don't want to put it right in front of them. There we go. And then we'll put the greenery, the mossy meadow greenery in front, like that. We're just building a scene here, a beautiful scene of a family having fun together in the waves. All right, well, we'll save those little fish for later. So now, last but not least, we have our greeting, which we're going to pop up on dimensionals. And so we'll grab our dimensionals, and then, as I did before on my other one, I think there might have been some ink on my silicone mat or something, then it picked it up. Just be careful when you're inking stuff on your like the gray silicone mat that I used earlier. I think I had some ink on there. That's where that came from. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead, put this down here like this. There's the front of the card. Oh, I love it. They're so cute. Okay, let's bring in the inside piece. So for the inside piece, we're saying all day your way. How about we call this a happy birthday card, right? All day your way. How about happy birthday? It's a good day to celebrate, right? We can use both of those. Or hooray, hooray to you. Or OMG, it's a good day to celebrate. I love it. There's so many different things you can say here. I definitely want to say happy birthday. And I think I'm going to do happy birthday and it's a good day to celebrate. So let's grab, happy birthday. I've got it on a block here. It's a good day to celebrate. We can stamp both of those. And then using the otter stamp set, you could also pull in any of these stamps. You could bring in the school of fish. You could use the small little otter. Any of those would work. Okay, so let's get it's a good day to celebrate on a block. And I think I want to use the coordinating colors. I don't want to stamp with just memento. Let's see. I did use Old Olive and Mossy Meadow. Let's make sure my happy birthday is clean here. Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, and Calypso Coral. I think I want to stamp that school of fish just to add a nice little pop of color down here like that. And then we've got some greenery here too in the Otterly Amazing. We can use that. Oh, I'm loving this. Okay, I'm having a blast, you guys. Okay, so let's get the greenery on a block. Let's get the school of fish on a block. All right, let's do this. We're going to stamp the fish and the greenery. We're going to use Old Olive. Okay, and there's so many things you can do. The more I stamp with this, the more ideas I'm getting. That's how it works, right? When you get your stamps out and you start using them, things come together. Happy birthday. It's a good day to celebrate. Well, I have Balmy Blue here. Why don't I use Balmy Blue? See how that looks. Happy birthday. It's a good day to celebrate. Oh, I like it. I like it. Let's bring in our Old Olive again. We're going to add some greenery down here. Yep, like it. And then we're going to bring in that school of fish. And maybe we'll just do the one school of fish here at the bottom. Oh, I love it. What do you guys think? This is such a fun card. I know you guys are going to have a blast with this one when you get your bundle. This bundle is so amazing. All right, so I'm closing my ink pads so I don't put my arm in them. And we're going to flip this over, get a little liquid glue on the back like this. I had no idea that that wave die did that, made those little slits like that. I can't wait to do a scrapbook page and put these little otters in the waves. And okay, so here we go. We're putting this in here. Make sure it's straight, okay? And then let's bring in the Riverside Irregular Pearls. And let's see, I got another package here with all the colors. This one, See, you get all these colors here: gray granite, white, and Lost Lagoon. Lost Lagoon's at the bottom. We've got gray and then white. So let's bring in some of the smaller ones here. So we've got a Lost Lagoon right there. Let's put a gray one right there, and we'll put a white one up here. There we go. Spread them out. There we go. Oh my gosh, I love it, you guys. Now you can bring in your wink of Stella. You could add Stella to the waves. You could add Stella to the bubbles. Jenny says I wasn't going to get this one, but now I have to. I was totally inspired by the Stampin' Up! Design artist with this one. They made a very similar card online. When you go to purchase this online, you'll see they have samples there to inspire us. So those design artists do these samples to inspire us, and I was completely inspired. Now, when you buy the suite, as I mentioned in Canada, when you buy the suite, you're going to qualify for a free celebration item, right? So you can pull in the day to celebrate, and then you're going to have a whole bunch of more greetings. I actually even thought about this. This can be a megaphone, and it also can be a party hat. If you stamp this and then trim it, you could trim it short like that and maybe put a little party hat on top of your otters, right? So much fun. So lots and lots of ways to use celebration items with your regular items, because these are only available till the end of February, and then they're gone, right? The otters will be around for a while. But these stamps and stuff from Celebration, from the brochure, so check that out online. Grab what you need so that you will be able to make lots and lots of projects using the Celebration items for many years to come, because they're exclusive, right? They're exclusive to just Celebration. Alrighty, let me flip you around. Thanks, France. You're adding this suite to your order, Cindy? Okay, great. I'm so happy I inspired one person to put this on in their cart. This is the most adorable little bundle suite. Now, if you're looking for the code, I'll repeat it again. It's 164939 for the entire suite. In Canada, it's $103.25. You could add it to your starter kit. You know, the starter kit, there's two options. One option, you get to pick $206 worth of product. That's only half. You could put this bundle and then you still have another $106 to spend, and you're only going to pay $135 in Canada. The other option is there's two options for the starter kit. There's a special right now. The other option, I'm just reaching to show you, is you can still get the starter kit for $135. That's what it costs for both options. The other option is you get this stamp set, the handmade designs, and your choice of 2 packs of markers. Now, these are our Stampin' Right markers. They are $50 each, and you get to choose 2 of them, whatever families you want. So that's a $100 value right there. This stamp set, I'm sure, is probably worth $30, right? So, and it's an exclusive. You can only get it in a starter kit. So if you're on the fence about joining, I think you should grab all of these things, and then you can go ahead and shop. Like if you joined today, you can shop as a demonstrator and get 20% off everything, including and then you can also get to double dip. So if you join today and tomorrow you wanted to buy $75 worth of product, you're going to get 25% off of that. And then you get to choose anything you want from Celebration. It's like the best deal. Double dip, right? All right, take care, everyone. If you have questions about Celebration, about joining, about anything that I've shown today, please reach out to me. I love to share anything at all with you with Stampin' Up! Products. It is definitely in my heart, and I enjoy joining you here every morning. So thank you for being with me. If you're watching the replay, thank you for coming back to watch. And I wish you a great rest of your Tuesday. And I'll be here again tomorrow, same time, 9 o'clock Mountain Time, for another Awesomely Otters card. Take care and have a great rest of your Tuesday. Bye for now.